All right, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys had a great weekend. Just gonna do, our normal Sunday call. Just getting our mind ready for this upcoming week and everything that it has to offer. Now, I know tomorrow's Veterans Day. Markets are gonna be low volume, low volatility, but still, something that's we're still gonna be consistent. We're still gonna get ourselves ready for the week. Act as if tomorrow's the biggest game day of our lives. Um, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Starting off, with reviewing the previous week. So on Monday and Tuesday last week, I took no trades, mainly because that Monday there was really not any. There weren't any solid moves that followed my system or followed my plan. And I think that was just anticipation for election day. And then I didn't take anything on Tuesday, which was election day for the presidential election. And so the reason I didn't take a trade, I wasn't even looking to take a trade election day, is just because I know that all of these big companies, all of the market movers and market makers, they aren't going. The likelihood of them taking a position before knowing who the president is going to be is very low. Honestly, mainly just because uh, they will be able they don't have any idea as to what their future looks like. They don't have any more I would say any more reason to think that one thing may be more probable than another before knowing who the president is. And knowing who that is, after the election is going to help them be able to make decisions based off of how they want to allocate their funds, where they want to put their funds, and where they want to move their funds. So so that's why I didn't take anything on election day. The day after, crazy day. Market was so bullish. Uh, After the election results came out and we knew who our president was going to be, market was extremely bullish. Market structure was pretty easy to read Wednesday. But the thing is, I didn't follow my plan, not because I took a bad position, mainly because I took a trade and exited early due to just wanting to start the month off in profit. So me wanting to start the month off in a good amount of profit on my funded account, up almost 1%, um, uh, off of like the position that I took. I just took the position off, took the trade off, wanted to take the profit and take that win for the day. Now it was a pretty good trade, type C setup. Um, why is it? There we go. Alrighty, so on the 4 hour, let me go to get down to the 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, we're trending up. Same thing on the 4 hour. We broke structure to the upside on the 4 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame. And so now we have somewhat of time frame correlation between the daily 4 hour and 1 hour time frame, where it makes it easy for me to be confident in long setups and continuations to the upside. Whereas now I'm starting to see that my Type C entry is more of a continuation setup than anything. Whereas my Type B setup can be more of a consolidating or ranging market position type of entry to take. So this on the 15 minute, we had a low taken on ES that was not taken on NQ, so that's where the bullish divergence comes into play. At this point, I'm looking to see price break to the upside on the 5 and the 1 minute time frame. Saw bearish imbalance on the 5 minute time frame that got broken. I entered off of the break. Price comes up, takes out the week high. At this point, I took the position off of my funded. This was a demo account that I took the screenshot off of. Uh, and as you can see, price came into some drawdown, but it just rebalanced and treated the previous imbalance now as support, and then continued to the upside. It ended up going all the way to full TP, and I would have made a very good percentage or a very good amount of money on that trade. But I'm not mad that I took it off early. I really just want to just keep in mind that I need to be following my system and following my trading plan um, pretty rigidly in scenarios like this. Uh, I think that it did put me in a good position mindset wise to take trades the following days and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, it just didn't follow my plan to take the trade off that early. I at least want to have the trade reach a 1-to-1, and then I move stops to break even and let it run or come back down to break even. So in this case, it would have been a full TP trade. But with where price was on like the 15-minute time frame, 1 hour time frame, as you can see here, we're at all time highs, and I don't want to not all time high, but we're near all time highs, and I don't want to get caught up in a reversal probably or possibly or anything and get just taken out of a profitable trade. So that's why I ended up taking the position off early. That was Wednesday. It's going to Thursday. So going into Thursday, the 7th, very good execution. Probably one of my best trades yet so far. Waiting for price to pull into the imbalance on the 5 minute time frame. Create structure to take a buy continuation off of the 1 minute time frame. Um, but once price rebalanced, let me go into the. I hate when it does this. I need to stop double clicking. Once price rebalanced into the 5 minute imbalance, I was pretty confident that we were just going to continue to the upside. There was a lot of volume in the market. The chances of us coming and rebalancing into this 15-minute fair value gap here were pretty low. So I wanted to just be aware and be open to taking a position and taking the risk on a position on a trade opportunity that involved this 5 minute imbalance here. Was price rebalanced? I noticed on the 1 minute time frame there was a bullish divergence by way of NQ's low being taken, but ES's low had not been taken. So price on ES was right around up here at the time, and I identified a bearish imbalance that needed to get disrespected. It got disrespected, but in situations like this, I try not to enter right here because I would like to see price fill all of this to the downside before continuing to the upside. So that gives me an opportunity to, one, reduce my risk, and two, uh, increase my probability of success with a 2R trade. Because if I enter here and my stops are here, my take profit has to be a lot higher. And as you can see, price reached its 1 to 2, but then it just started to taper off and come back down. It ended up going up even higher throughout the rest of the day and then going into the weekend. But this is like my form of type C setup. It's like a mix between a type B and a type C setup, quite honestly, where I don't enter right off the break. I enter off of the retest of the previously broken imbalance. And it worked really well. Very clean trade. It reached 1 to 1 like super easily, like while I was still setting my stops on my other accounts. And then it reached TP2 like, very quickly. As you can see, this all in a 1 minute time frame. Happened from around 10:45 to maybe like 11 a.m. So around a 15-minute trade, 10 to 15-minute trade. Very good trade. It's probably my best trade of the week, and best trade of the month so far. Let's go into Friday. Friday was an interesting day, whereas the price action wasn't as clean, mainly because I guess some of the hype from the election was starting to slow down, and we actually ended up breaking down to the downside on the 1 hour time frame. So I was open to shorts initially. Oh, but I needed to see price hold and just wick 15-minute high, which it did, but it didn't give me any price action to enter a sell model to the downside. So I'm not mad that I didn't take a short position. I'm actually quite glad that I didn't take one because I would have lost probably. There was nowhere for me to take one that followed my system. If you look here, this is the only setup that I really could have taken here, as far as like this. But these candles don't even correlate with there's no real strong imbalance. It would have just been like me just entering off of hoping that this would be a lower high made. But yeah, ended up taking a long position actually off of a type B setup. It was a type B setup where by way of this high getting broken to the upside after this low being taken out, we get price to rebalance into here, give me a bullish engulfing of sorts. Enter, stop. 1 to 1 is here, 1 to 2 is a little bit above here, and price just kept going in and out of drawdown. I didn't want to stay in the position as it was just going to just burn my mental capital. I had been having a good week. I didn't want to just end the week off in a loss after having 2 winning days in a row. And the trade necessarily really didn't follow my plan. I did not like the price action on the 1 hour time frame, as we had broken down to the downside by way of this low getting broken. We hadn't broken back fully to the upside for me to be confident in taking this long, where we have this high that's put in, this lower high. Then we would just need to see a higher high put in before I am even open to taking a long position, which didn't happen. Price broke above it, but then it came right back within it. So I did not like that. And I closed with a little bit of profit, around $70 in profit on the funded, and just honestly called it a week at that point. The trade would have ended up hitting full TP right above here. Would have been a good trade, but it just would have been, those types of trades are a lot more low probability for me at least. I've noticed when the price is somewhat in a ranging condition where we're not bullish and we're not bearish. And I like to have time frame correlation because that gives me confidence in the trade that I'm about to be taking. So for this upcoming week, main things I really want to focus on It's just the level of consistency that I need to be able to see success over and over again. Whether that's the discipline to not take a position on days like the day before an election and the day of an election, and then also being willing to take the risk of the trade coming back down to break even and not just taking the profit like I did on Wednesday. I would say technically being aware of like that 1 hour structure in scenarios like the one on Friday will prevent me from even taking the trade so that I can prevent myself from experiencing some of the anxiety that I was feeling after having entered the trade and realizing that okay, this is not a high probability setup. So, um, so yeah, I would say like this week is gonna be it's a good week to be a great week. Um, uh, and that's truly what I believe. I believe that uh, that this week is going to be somewhat slow, and it's going to be a lot slower than last week. But that doesn't mean that we can't take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to us. Um, and yeah, so let's go ahead and look at what I'm looking at going into tomorrow. So honestly, the market's in a pretty black and white situation, quite honestly. Starting off on NQ, let's look at the weekly. We have very very strong bullish momentum from the previous week, but we do have this gap that needs to be filled, or that has yet to be filled, and I am open to seeing price possibly pull back into this gap some, maybe at least halfway, and then continue to the upside. I could be wrong. Price may just continue to the upside tonight, and we may just be looking for continuations tomorrow, if anything at all. But I do want to keep an open mind in the sense of looking at the price action here on the weekly time frame. It's not crazy of me to think that there's a possibility that price may want to come down and fill this before continuing to the upside. So we'll see what happens. That's as far as on the weekly. On the daily, we have multiple imbalances, and that just adds to the idea that we may just pull back a bit. Slowed momentum with these daily candles here, whereas previous 3 days prior to this day were extremely bullish. Now, on Friday, the market was in somewhat of an indecision state. So we may get price to pull back some into one of these imbalances to continue to the upside. So, and next on the 4 hour time frame, pretty simple. Not a lot of structure to go off of because we're reaching new all-time highs. Um, this is the low, most recent low that has been put in. If price comes and breaks to the downside, then I will be open to short positions, and I like to see short positions until price breaks back to the upside on the daily and the weekly, or the daily time frame, I would say. So, what's good? Just wait 1 sec. I'm presenting real quick.
My bad, bro. My bad, bro.
No, you're good. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I just would honestly like to see price come and possibly create some structure within this area here, and then continue to the upside. But we'll see what happens. We may get to pull back down. Um, Either tomorrow night. The reason I say that is because tomorrow is Veterans Day. We may not get much movement, but then again, we may get an erratic movement due to maybe like a large order that's put into the market with no opposition to that movement. So, or to that order. So, really just open to seeing what happens on the 1 hour time frame. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too crazy. I would say I'm not looking at any of these lows as a low to really pay attention to, quite honestly. I mean, I'd like to see price possibly come and take out this low here. But we'll just see. We'll just have to see what happens tomorrow throughout the day. And then going into tomorrow night, we can get a better idea of what we would like to see for Tuesday and the rest of this week, as tomorrow's a national holiday. So, yeah. But yeah, that's really it. I'm not really paying attention to any divergences, quite honestly, between ES and NQ. We have a whole day of price action to go through before we can really build any type of bias. So I'm not too pressed about doing that. I would say we do have a bearish divergence that's cooking up right now, between on this high to this high, and then this high to this high. So we may get some down movement throughout tonight and tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, we'll just see. Really not trying to just start predicting stuff like a whole 24, 48 hours in advance. So yeah, that's really it. Didn't know that Renard and Mark, you guys are in here, but yeah, I'm really just done presenting. I mean, if you guys can unmute yourselves now if you all want to have a convo, If there's anything you guys think I missed, please let me know. But yeah, this week I'm looking to probably be a calmer week, especially with tomorrow being somewhat of an off day. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
I mean, nah, bro. I feel like we need to come down, bro. We've been
Wagwan.
bullshit all the time, bro.
yeah, yeah.
No, but for sure, that imbalance, that huge jump, and like that little gap in the 1 hour and 4 hour, price will most definitely touch that tonight or tomorrow or something. Um, and then yeah, just come to these lows, man. We gotta take out that sell side liquidity all the way at the bottom, and then that's what I'm pretty much aiming for, like how you have it too. And that's also in a 4 hour fair value gap as well. So we could probably break through that fair value gap and then have like a break of structure and continue higher.
Yeah, that's
Um,
kind of what
I'm
I'm looking to see happen too. Because if we don't fill to the downside, if we don't fill like at least like this daily candle somewhat, at least some of this, then we're bound to like have maybe somewhat of like a heavy pullback later on. That would be a little bit
yeah.
more of a surprise to us, or it might be a little bit more
We
unexpected. But that's as far
yeah, I
as
mean
like
we
the
got the,
basement NQ.
the same just everything. We got the same everything. So I just really wanted to see what's up tomorrow. Uh,
Yeah,
It might be a little slow tomorrow, like you said, but Tuesday and the rest of the days, you know, I do want some pullback because we've been pushing way too much. So
yeah.
which
I
is
mean,
fine.
I like the pushing because I like continuation setups.
Not yet, yeah.
Um, I like
That too.
like the trending market. I like the time frame core. I like when like the 4 hour, 1 hour, and daily are all like correlated. I love that because it makes the decision so much easier to make. I found for myself.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I would say like yeah, we're definitely overdue for a pullback. Yeah, I mean that's really all I had going into this upcoming week. I would say like mindset wise, I'm been pretty dialed in the past week, past 2 weeks. So just trying to
Yeah.
continue that momentum. Um, shoot, but yeah. Do you have like anything drawn on your charts, Mark or Renard, that you're looking at?
Honestly, just hella fair value gaps. Like for real, for real. I got hella 4 hours. I got two 4 hours. I got 1 hour. Um, 1 4 hour did get hit as a retracement to
Mm-hmm.
pull higher, and I mean that's the only thing I really pretty much got. Honestly, I'll
Yeah.
share my screen. Matter of fact, I might delete some of this because they got it taken already. So, but see, yeah, like this one just tapped in, boom, continued. Um, this big 4 hour, and then they got little small ones inside as a more of an entry point for me. I might delete some, honestly. This yellow one is the 1 hour. Came in, broke, came back in to touch, and then continue higher.
Yeah.
This one I'm gonna delete. And then the green one's 15 minute. This is the one that I think I took the trade off of to come back inside, and then so that and let me see this. Hold on. That's what I usually do on the previous day. I just move it to the and then yeah, I mean I just want to see price either break above or come back low. So
Mm-hmm.
hey, this is crazy. This was this Friday or something like that.
Yeah,
It's
that was
weird.
Friday.
Yeah.
Very indecisive.
I mean, so yeah, I mean, like pretty much the same. I know this is gonna get hit for sure. Probably come back into here maybe or lower, and then I don't know. This is low, so whatever it does, honestly, I mean, it broke, but it's coming back down. It might just probably retest yesterday's or not yesterday, Friday maybe, and if for obviously for respect stage, going higher. Oh, but yeah. So it's like playing around with it right now. I don't know. We'll see. But this is gonna get taken out, so it could probably just well, I don't know. Can't really say. And then for my buy side liquidity to take out, I mean, I think this is the highest Nasdaq has ever been. So I don't really know. I'm just floating boat right now. All these lines are sell side. In the near future, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Daily fair value gap is right here. So we could probably come back into this area, someday.
Yeah, ideally,
And
I'd like to see
then
that. I'd like to see that
come
too.
back to even higher.
Yeah, even to just see price
Yes.
retest previous highs. Like I would like to see prices
Yeah.
retest at least come into like at least shallow, just a shallow touch into that daily imbalance because that's a lot of
Yeah.
like it's a lot to leave out before continuing to the upside.
Especially this one right here. This wake is fucking incredible. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Literally 1 hour just and then boom, higher. Same thing right here. I thought it was gonna come back down here, but it just respected this one a little bit more, and it just went higher. I don't know. We just gonna have to see what Monday is. I low key. I don't know if I'll trade Monday. I have no idea. I want to start getting to the rhythm of like waiting like a day after, coming back from a weekend to see what price what really wants to do.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean,
And then
I'm probably not gonna take anything tomorrow just cause it's better. I mean, I'll be on the charts. I'll be looking, but I'm not. I don't have the intention of taking a position just because banks are gonna be closed, things like
bank
that.
holiday. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of really
Yeah,
the reason
man.
why I'm not really looking at taking anything. I was actually thinking about like having this call tomorrow, but I think it just
Mhm.
makes better sense to just do it tonight. If there's anything crazy that happens tomorrow, I mean, we could have another call, something like that. Um, Shoot, but yeah,
Is the market even open tomorrow?
it'll be open, but it won't be moving much because it's a bank holiday. So
Mm. All
yeah,
right.
there's really like no point in taking a position. Like if you take one, you're somewhat like flipping a coin. So
I
yeah,
say that. Mm.
yeah, bro. But yeah, no, that's really it on my end. I don't really have anything else that I want to cover. Um, Honestly, trying to what you call it, go ahead and get to bed a little early, wake up, get this run in. Well, I don't know if the gym. I texted my friend that works at the gym to see if they're like
Mm-hmm.
what their hours are. Cause I mean, as far as I know, we have school tomorrow.
Not facts.
So I'm kind of confused though, cause I forgot who told me that they don't have school. Somebody told me they didn't have school. Um. So yeah, guess we just gonna see. Just gonna see what happens, but yeah. I mean, I'm about to go ahead and hop off here. I
All right.
if you guys wanted to stay on, you can. I mean, I know really not much else to go over. Preparing for this
Yeah.
week, so you guys just have a great night. Let's make it a great
All
week.
right. Let's do it.
Yeah, talk to you guys
All
later.
right.
All right,
See
my boy.
ya.
I'm gonna get up with you.
All right.
All right.